Meteorologist Adam Stiles. We're keeping an eye on this area of low pressure for Friday. It's all going to be track dependent, and it's going to be a good one to get things started here as we head into the winter season, at least as far as forecasters are concerned. It's going to be definitely on the challenging side because we have colder air in place across the north, and we're going to see air coming in off of the lakes, and the lakes are still pretty warm. Is there going to be any lake effect built into it as well? So a couple of things to consider. When you take a look at what's happening now, it's just cloud cover sticking around. Areas to the north getting a little lake effect flurry activity. We're going to be quiet during the day tomorrow outside of the snowbelt regions and into cottage country. Those are the only spots that really have any precipitation in the forecast for us. Then we get into more of that cloud through the morning on Friday, and then here comes that system on the way. And take a look. That first wave comes through, and there's a lot of mixing happening right along the shores of Lake Ontario. But then you start to get into snowflakes with some rain mixed in for those areas up toward the north, and then it continues into eastern Ontario. And I think we're going to see some accumulation, especially for eastern Ontario, but we have a couple of centimeters as a possibility. And then on Saturday morning, a few flurries lingering back in behind it here, and a lot of wind coming along with that back edge of the system. So let me show you here on the rain projections, or the amount of precipitation that we're going to see. Anywhere from 10 to 15 millimeters. Now, if this was much colder and the lakes were cold and we had this would be a good 10-centimeter snowfall, but that's not going to be the case for us. What we are going to do is we still have warm ground. It's going to melt some of that snow on contact, and we'll likely see a couple of slushy centimeters of accumulation. This is basically north of the 401. If you cut through Mississauga, through the airport, just south of Markham, and then working its way through, that's been sort of our natural barrier here across the GTA for who sees snow on these type of events. But water temperatures are still about 5 to 6 degrees, and that air is going to be coming in off of the lake, so that may drive it in farther enough to keep temperatures a little bit warmer, where that would be a very sloppy 5 centimeters if we do see it. That's the first model run that's really dipping into the potential of seeing some snow. Let's take a look at a few more during the day tomorrow, and we'll get this thing nailed down for you. 3 degrees is how we start the day. 6 by midday. Into the afternoon, temperatures will stay about 6 degrees. We're going to be running off of that seasonal mark of 9. So 4 in the forecast on Friday, hence why we have that temperature issue for northern portions of the GTA. So morning flurries expected on Saturday. Only a high of 3 degrees. Sunday on Remembrance Day, going to be one of the cooler days here this week at 2 degrees. Then we've got another system that's going to do pretty much the same exact setup. Monday continuing into Tuesday. Tuesday temperatures are going to be pretty close to what we're going to see on Saturday, and Monday is pretty close to Friday. So a very similar setup. Looks to be a little on the sloppy side. So hopefully when I was talking a couple of weeks ago about getting those winter tires on, you took that advice. If you didn't, maybe you can scramble, try to get into an appointment either tomorrow or early in the day on Friday. It might help you out as we head in toward the weekend. That's a check on your forecast.